the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. Things going well so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
The 8-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Get it. Check. 70 Lions. Ready.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a New England first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. First carry of the game for the rookie out of Alabama. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
Yeah, I know you can read your partner right now, Kate. You know I'm smiling because that was a callback to the early days of football when fullbacks, not running backs, they were the one that led the ground game. He didn't stop at a yard or two, He ripped off a nice chunk for them right there.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
18 Cardinal, 18, trap 60, trap 60.
They'll throw for it. He finds him beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ready?
They'll run here on 1st down. Going there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, Mustang 19. 18, Pioneer.
Throwing on 2nd. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Ready, set.
Raiders just about ready for this one. I mean, it's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Miller. And he gets a feel on the plunge forward.
You know, that kind of game may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on the next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Hits his running back. And the stop will be made as he gets this up to about the 18. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
70, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 79 Broncos.
They are throwing it again. Space past the 35. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Working on 1st down. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on an opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10.
Liking 18.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Dumped off to his running back. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Throwing from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Foxborough right after this. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's a throw. It's caught left side by Hill. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And how about this, Brock? They gain 11 on second down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinaters say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Oh, from this, giving it to the big guy on 3rd and short. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
18, Rattler, 18. Here we go, start. 19, start. Mustang 19.
Goal to go. They're passing. Catch is made in close. He's in for the New England touchdown. The Patriots start to fight back with their first points of this game. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere in football. Like you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
65.
They'll throw to start the drive. On the move, headed right. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Top 19. 60 Eagles.
Milligan throw out of the gun. Finds a man right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Now an inside handoff to Miller. And they drop him just a couple yards beyond the line. It's 4th down now. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's 4th down.
Here's the snap on 4th. Throw is caught by the back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. So they hit him for 5 yards on 4th down, and they get the successful conversion.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Back to throw now. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Pickup of 2 here, and the Raiders are going to have a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down, and they go right back to it. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. He's going to throw it. Completed to his running back. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
From the gun, a gift to Miller. He's got it in the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Again, it's Miller. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Running once more with Miller. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. Stopped at the line on 2nd. Need to fight forward 2 more yards here on 3rd and goal. Working now from the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take the lead just before halftime. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Patriots 7.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for 1 more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Buffalo 18. Viking 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Here's Miller on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10.
19 Lions.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
2nd and 6 coming up here. On the give, it's Miller. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Ready, ready. Here we go. Start. 68. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60. Ready.
Back to throw. All in left side. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would love for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down. A pickup of 17. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Warriors 72.
They're going to try and throw it here. That's brought in by Miller. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. It's just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Hand off here for Miller. Running in the red zone. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Vegas, 1st down. 1st and goal, Raiders.
On the jump.
Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Miller with it. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
On the check.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Headed out right. He takes it himself. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Handoff on second and short. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be third down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Shotgun now on third down. This one's caught. Smith has it. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Looking quickly here.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To the air now on first and 10. Raiders closing in, and down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Okay, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Now at midfield after that loss. Here's second and long.
Let's go. 70 Rangers, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's the backup. First throw. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing third down.
These scouts in the NFL, man, they scour the country, right? Coast to coast. You know what they're looking for with defensive players? They are looking for game wreckers. And that is exactly what this defender has done. He has wrecked this offense with back-to-back sacks.
He puts some air under it deep down the left. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots start the second half with some needed points. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Patriots chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Ready, set.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. Connecting on the slant. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. Just a yard left to go on second down. They run. It's Miller. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 8 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Pass play on first and 10. And he can't make the hook up on the deep ball. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So second down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Here's Miller. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They're going to try to throw for it. He's got it to his running back. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on fourth, and they pick up the first down, too.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
He's still going at the 30. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Here we go. Here we go.
Going to the ground again on first. Next snap coming inside the red zone, Brock. He picks up 9 on the play.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. On the ground, it's Miller. And he'll get them enough for a first down. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Now it's Miller. Breaks the tackle. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here. We've got whistles and a timeout call by the defense. 2:07 left to play. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Panthers. Ready.
He'll throw it. Caught out wide. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
First down 10 at the 36-yard line.
Okay.
They've got first down here from the 36. They're going to pass it here. Finds him on the slant. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Trying to fight free, he can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Go! Dragon 60! Gravity line!
Third and long, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now the Patriots calling their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
They're going to throw for it on fourth. Throw caught by his running back. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders have likely locked up the win right there. Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
35. Patriots 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
First down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
New England bringing the offense to the line. First and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up second and 7.
Second down pass play coming. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Hands are tied. Got to have it on this fourth down. Desperation time here. This finds its target. That's Hill. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And they are all the way into that red zone. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he goes, one final shot. And there's our last stand image of this game.